All right, Papa Bear, I'm continuing that conversation we were having with the 20s, the fear of the multiple 20s. So I decided to run a filter in Advantage Gold, so I'll walk you through it. So this is the main page, okay? Step one. Step two is in this blank space here, you're going to right click. When you right click, this menu comes up, okay? Step three, find lotto numbers, okay? When you hit find lotto numbers, this menu comes up. Okay, this little box, find lotto numbers here. So next step, mark all the 20s, okay, and then here, match at least 3. You hit the little down arrow, match 3, or if you want to match 4, you go up, but match at least 3. Why? Because 3 is money, okay. Now after you do that, step 6 is you find the data. So this is the data going back to 1992, May 1st. Okay, and these are results highlighted in black with the 20s. All right, step 7, hits with graph. Now this is important because here's the 20s that hit, okay? So if you're going to do a wheel, you're going to have all 10 20s, right? And then you look for the best other numbers. So you have the 18 here, the 5 looks good, the 10, the 12. Here's the 17 that we were mentioning. 17 is acting a little crazy right now. Not crazy, but a little tricky, a little sneaky. And then step 8, here's your 4B. Okay, now you can see the 4B here is a hot mess. All right, now to avoid that, you could change your range. All right, this is the whole 8,000 drawing. That's why it just looks like a big mess. So yeah, change the range, and that'll do that. Now after I export it into Excel. Now how to export it in Excel? Here it's step 3. After you find your lotto numbers, okay, let me see, and you get your information here, you're going to right click in the same box and the same menu is going to come up and you're going to click on export grid to text over here. So after I do that, I come in here and then I still parse it a little bit, okay, and this is the count of hits going all the way down to as many, and it should go to 764 hits where you have multiples in the 20s. All right, and then after I copy the skipped here, transpose it, and then I get my 4B. So the 4B is over here, all right, and then I highlight this, and now I get a 4B with bars, okay. So if you were to filter over here where you get the hot mess, okay, for that range, it should look like this. These bars. Where are the bars? Here, it should look like these bars. So this bar, I'm only going back to, this is 1117. All right, and here are your skips. All right, so the last 3 in the streak was, or the last streak was 11029, and now we're in exhaustion. So here is my big dish info, the one with all the colors that you don't like. So I basically filter and then I do a simple subtraction, and here I get my 4B. These are my skips. Again, so I copy and then I transpose. So I transpose here and here gets my 4B, and I can rearrange it into a better chart, which is over here. But the regular 4B, after I transpose it, is over here. So this is my 4B, okay? It's a little bit longer because it's going farther back. This is going back to 123.16, okay? But I did it both ways because I wanted to just confirm that the data was correct. So basically I was trusting, but I wanted to verify. So it's now been verified. And I can do that by going here. This means direct export bar because I'm taking it directly out of Advantage Gold, where this I'm using my Excel charts to create the 4B. So here is the 38 and the 32, okay? And in mine, the 38 and the 32 is here. Now, I went back further here so you can get more of a bird's eye view, and you can see there was a big skip of 57 here. So here you don't see it, but I wanted this information over here to be a little bit more legible, because when it's too small you can't read this, but you can read this. But when I make it tiny, I don't really need to read this. I mean, I can see it, I'm really close, but here are the skips, the 4B, and it's really tiny, you can't really see it, but you can see the bars pretty good. And I can even click on this this data here, right? Come on, come on. Click on the data and you hit the arrow keys, the up arrow, and you can make that bigger. So I tried to make them all bigger, but anyway, I made a mistake. Okay, so the last 3 hits, or the last streak, was this 11-0-2-9. All right, so this information matches up, and this skip 9 occurs, it looks like here, April 10th to 19. And then for me, my graph here, again, April 10 to 19. Here's a skip 9, and here's 11-0-2-9. Okay, so what does this all mean? Well, we have to cross-reference it with the Drawing Sense hit chart. So the Drawing Sense hit chart is over here. I made a snipping of that other file. So originally, let's see, where are we? Here are the 20s, okay, over here. Here's that skip, the 0, the 2, and the 9. And now we're in exhaustion in 33, okay? Here's the low that I was playing before. This red bar represents the last hit that I had in the Take 5 when I won money with the 3, the 7, and the 31. This line represents when I thought that line would come back, and so I texted it to you. I had the red box here showing that this is where I was going for. So you have a flag low, and so the flag low, three dormant periods, 4 dormant periods, 6, 4, 1, 2, 0. Now it's a 6. So this was a downstroke, 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 bottom, downstroke. Now it's an upstroke. Okay, so this was all down, 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 down. That's why this was a good bet. Okay, so I went for it here, and the 3-4 came. Now, if I had given you the same exact line, would have won money with the 3-4-7, 31, 34. Okay, but maybe not, because I had switched the 34 to the 15 on this day. So I don't know if I would have switched it back. So you never know. But anyway, so I'm looking for 4 low again here. But anyway, getting back to the 20s here, it's an exhaustion at 33. So if you go back to the direct export bar, here, you had a 32 here and a 38 here. So if you're going to look for the 20s, I would look in this window. Okay, but if you go back further in time, you could have this tricky 57. And that's why I said stay away from it, because it's really dangerous. And I would cross-reference with a Drawing Sense hit chart to see what numbers are in there. So this is actually a variant of the Big Dish, because the Big Dish is the main one that I like. These are all Drawing Sense hit charts anyway. So this is low and 20s. And oh, and the other thing was here, what I was saying, no 20s, right? You had 1 dormant period, 2 dormant periods. You've already had 1, 2, 3 hits in this streak. I was looking for a hot skip here. Okay, no 20s, and that's why it was pointing here, I believe. And then anyway, so now it's a 7-8 bottom. So is it going to come again? It's hard to say. And also here, the low sums, again, with the dormant periods. 1 dormant period, 2 dormant periods, and now you have a flag for the low sums. This is 57, this is 65, 73, 54, 45. And again, you had 19-1 is a downstroke, 1-4 is an upstroke, 4-2 is a downstroke, 2-0 is a downstroke, and now you have 0-6 would be your upstroke. So I'm still going with low. I'm going to ask my uncle to play a line for me for 3 days. I'm going strong with the 1, 11, 21 to score 2 last digit ones, and then I did another filter similar to the filter I did here for the 20s to try to hone down on the combinations. So anyway, that's that, and give me feedback on what you think. All right, good luck. Talk to you later.